This is Ezra Locke of Coastal Virginia Home Realty with my new hit show, Real Estate Unlocked. And on today's show, we are going to talk about the home buyer process, part 1. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, and like my Facebook page for more videos just like this. All right, so let's get right into it. Some might say the first steps of the home buyer process is to get pre-approved for a mortgage or start searching for homes on various websites to find your dream home, and then hire a real estate agent. But actually, that's just not the case. Not in that order. Actually, first and foremost, the very first thing you need to do is hire your real estate agent, and then allow that real estate agent to guide you through the rest of the home buyer process. So step 1, hire your real estate agent. Well, hire myself. Hire me. 15 years you know, been doing this for a while. I can do transactions in my sleep, but anyway, hire an agent like myself to guide you through the rest of the home buyer process. Now, step 2, you've hired me as your agent. Now, I will then take you through the steps of the home buyer process. We will look into your financing options first. So step 2, financing. Now, if you're not a cash buyer, I will take you through the steps of the pre-approval process. And if you don't have a mortgage consultant of your own, or maybe you want to shop around, I can also refer you to a mortgage consultant who can start the pre-approval process. Now, in this pre-approval process, they're going to ask you several sensitive questions like your date of birth, your social security number, information about your work history, tax returns, and things of that nature, so that can adequately compile how much of a home you can afford. So don't be startled by these sensitive questions, all right? They're not trying to do any identity fraud or anything like that. They're trying to help you get pre-approved for a mortgage. Once they have all the information from you, they will populate for you what is called a pre-approval letter, which says how much of a home you can afford. You see, you don't want to start searching for homes until you are pre-approved, because you don't want to search for homes outside of your price range. You don't want to search for homes that are $100,000, not realizing that you were actually approved for $150,000, you know? All right, so talk to your agent first. Let me assist you in the pre-approval process of getting your financing set up with your mortgage company, all right? So that's step 2. Once step 2 is completed, you are ready for step 3, the fun part, the home search. In this stage of the home buyer process, we will start to search for your dream home. Now, we're going to use the database, the multiple listing service, or MLS, to predominantly search for the home that you desire. We're going to talk about things that you like: location, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, perhaps how much square footage you're looking for, whether you want gas for the stove or not. It could be as simple as that. Certain school district you want to be in, things of that nature, to make sure we find the right home that suits your needs. But now keep in mind, we're only going to search for 4 to 5 homes per meeting. This is very important. Look, you don't want to search for more than 4 to 5 homes per meeting with your agent, because once you start looking at home number 5 and 6, you're going to forget what house number 1 looks like, okay? So look, 4 to 5 homes per showing, and your showing should not take no more than about 2 hours, okay? And that brings us to step number 4, writing an offer for your dream home, all right? Now here, things get interesting. Now here's where having an agent who's been in the industry for 15 years comes in handy. You need an agent who is aggressive to make an offer to your desire and to your advantage to get the house at the lowest price possible. You can't have a passive agent who's afraid that the seller might say no. Look, the worst the seller can say is no or maybe, right? So we make an offer on the house. The buyer, the seller, and all the agents involved will sign the agreement, and at that point, the home is under contract, or as we say in the industry, your contract is ratified, which takes us to step 5 of the home buyer process, your inspections. Now, there are 2 basic inspections that you're going to have for a typical sale or purchase of a home. You're going to have a termite inspection and a home inspection, but you're going to want to have the termite inspection first, and I'm going to tell you why. The termite inspection is a lot cheaper than the home inspection. You might as well have that done first, just in case something comes out of that inspection where you decide you no longer want this property. You get that done first, and then if everything goes smooth with that, then we have the home inspection. Now look, this is very important. Now make sure you listen to this. You always want to be in attendance at your home inspection. And most importantly, do not waive your right to have a home inspection. Come on guys, you gotta have a home inspection. Now I know it costs around $350 to maybe $500 to have a home inspection done, depending on the inspector and whether the house is on a crawl space or a slab, or how old the house is, or the square footage of the house. But you cannot waive your home inspection. That is a big mistake. I'm telling you, big mistake. Did you hear what I said? Big mistake. Don't waive your rights to have a home inspection. Have that home inspection, all right? The inspector is gonna study the roof. He's gonna give you a report on the crawl space, the walls, the appliances, the electricity, the plumbing. He's gonna test all those things and give you a formal report that you can review. And then from that report, you can decide if you want to proceed with the purchase of this home. But I can't say it enough. Do not waive the right to have your home inspection. Always have a home inspection. Look, remember, a home purchase is the biggest investment that most people make in their lives. You can't afford to buy a house that you think looks good only to find out after you move in it has all kinds of problems. Look, don't play that game. Home inspection, home inspection, home inspection. All right, so let's have a quick review of what we've already talked about. Step number one, you hired me, of course, as your agent. Step number two, I have assisted you with the process of getting pre-approved for your mortgage or financing. Step number two, financing. Step number three, we start your home search for your dream home. Step number four, we make an offer. Step number five, we have your inspections. So, in step number 6, there's kind of a light at the end of the tunnel at this point. You've already had your inspections, you found the house, everything's good with your paperwork, contract's good, everything's great. Now, we're gonna try and wrap this thing up, but there's still work to be done. So in step number 6, there are several things that will happen simultaneously. You're going to order your appraisal through your mortgage company. You're going to submit to your mortgage company any documentation that's outstanding for them to officially process your loan and approve your loan. You're going to have your title search done to make sure you have a clear title to the property and have your closing attorney set up title insurance. You're going to set up homeowner's insurance to protect the actual physical structure of your home. And if you're purchasing a home that's located in a property owners association or a condominium community, you're going to receive those documents or the rules and regulations of those communities and decide if you are fine with residing in a house that's located in those areas. And like in those documents, it's going to tell you what color the mailboxes should be, or what color the fences should be, or how high the fence should be, or what activities are allowed within that community. Now, like I say, that's if you're purchasing a home in a homeowners association or a condo development. So that's step 6 of the home buyer process. Once we smooth through all of that, you're coming to the very end. You're excited. You get notification that your loan is officially approved. Your closing date is set. Now you're ready to have your walkthrough where you verify that the home is still in the condition that it's supposed to be in from when you first viewed it, and if there were any repairs that you asked for the seller to do from the home inspection, they have been adequately completed in a timely fashion and in a like manner. All right, so that is pretty much wrapping to the very last step of the home buyer process, where you have your closing. All right, this is exciting. This is where you get the keys. You're going to sign a lot of documentation. Typically, you're going to need 2 forms of identification, and then you'll know before closing if or how much money you'll need to bring to officially settle on this home of your dreams. This process can take anywhere from start to finish 30 to 45 days. So just think about it. Next month, you can be a homeowner just by following this process and allow me your agent to orchestrate this process from start to finish. So this concludes the home buyer process. It's been great talking with you. So stay tuned for our next episode where we talk to homeowners about the do's and don'ts of selling your own home. Until then, that's a wrap.